Okay, now I'm gonna, I've already got a new chip, okay, this is a continuation of the previous video. I just took it from the antistatic bag, and now I'm gonna solder it back over here. Okay, so firstly, with a cotton bud, I take my liquid paste, okay, that I usually use, okay, and I apply it generously, okay. Now, what I do is I position the chip. So it's positioned. Okay, once it's positioned, then I take my solder. Okay, soldering iron, let me just take it. It's difficult, as I said, and then I'm just gonna attach one leg. Okay, now my chip is already fitted, and let me look at it properly from top, so it's even. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shift it a little bit, and then again I'm going to apply a bit of a solder. Let me just do it this way to secure it on the other side. Okay. Let me do it this way. There we go. Okay. Now it becomes very easy. And basically you just feed the solder. You just basically feed the solder. Okay. A lot of people make a mistake. They take a very, very sharp, pointy tip. And you can't really do that, because the pointy tip, yes, there is an application where you must use it, but nonetheless, I prefer the wider tip. The reason why, because it maintains that particular temperature. And remember, I forgot to actually say, before I started actually soldering now the chip, with this ultrasonic unit that generates a heat on the board, I preheated the board. I did a reflow window, it's called type 14, and I raised the temperature of the board up to 90 degrees type 14, okay, for about a minute, and then I raised it to 180, and then I kept it okay, now it's just a question of applying the solder, and it's done. Of course, to make it even better, what I can do is I can actually add a bit of a paste, and it's much quicker, much easier. Let me apply also over here. There we go, solder paste. And you can see it takes the solder like crazy. Okay, one side is done. Now it's just the other side. I do exactly the same. Okay, not to lengthen the movie. I'm sure by now you already got the concept. You can see how I actually put. There we go. There we go. There we go, there we go. Okay, I just carry on. And you can see it sticks like crazy. Okay. There we go. I'll just redo it again. Okay. And it is done. Now, the only one thing that's actually really left, now I take isopropanol. That I usually use, isopropyl spray. I spray it, okay, and then of course I use my brush to clean it. I like the work piece to be 100% clean. No residue, no problems, let's put it that way, in a long term. Okay, now, there we go. Okay, I just wipe it off. One more time, I spray it again. Okay, there we go. Again. And then, of course, I use the toilet paper to soak in the rubbish and the residue of the flux and impurities and things like that. And voila, there is the chip. It's soldered and it's 100%. One more time. And that's it. It is done. Now, let's do this. And I'm going to try to zoom even more if I can. Okay, you can actually see it. It's solidly soldered. It doesn't look so nice on the video, but when you actually look at it with the naked eye, you actually see it. It's shiny and it's actually perfect. It's actually perfect. And of course, I have switched off the actual ultrasonic machine. And that's it. Basically, one happy customer. Now let me just show you. It's quite a complex actually board. Okay. And yeah, successfully I fitted a new surface mount chip. And the customer can operate it. No problem. Of course, what we do is, I'm still going to use, because in the environment that it's actually going in, to protect it from dust, I will apply the plastic protector foam that you can solder through in case you want to replace, the chip again and things like that. And yeah, on that note, yeah, another successful job of course, done by Batos Radio and TV. Thank you.